everyone, and welcome back to the Capitol Lounge. I'm Morgan Reynolds. Today, as you can see, we have some very delicious wines in front of us, and our neighbor, actually, right down the street, Dana Benn from Vino Vero, was kind enough to come by today and treat myself and special guest Jake McCrae to a little wine tasting on Wednesday, because why not, right?
There you go.
Wine not, as they say. So anyways, I am going to let Dana take it away. Jake was kind enough to invite her here on the podcast, and we're really looking forward to hearing more about your collection, your shop, and why this wine in particular we need to try.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me. As I talk, I'm going to get you going with a little orange wine. Usually I'd start with a white, but I do love getting the day started with a little orange wine. I already had a sip at my shop. As you can see, the bottle is open.
We're not judging. We're not judging.
It was just open.
It was just open just this morning. But today, just like in my store, I do focus primarily on biodynamic, organic, low intervention wines from around the world. So we're starting today in the Curucho Valley in Chile with a 100% Sauvignon Blanc skin contact wine. So if you haven't had one, I'm not sure.
I think most people have not had orange
most
wine.
People
You
maybe
might
have
want
not.
to explain what orange wine is.
I have actually had orange wine.
Perfect.
Actually,
I love it.
But yes, it's not made from oranges.
It is not made from
So
oranges.
that's important.
Yes,
You would think so here in Florida, right?
You would.
Right, you would make the assumption.
That's a whole different situation.
A lot of people do, but it's really fun showcasing this wine, their ancient old winemaking technique, where they treat the white wine grapes just like red wine grapes. So this one spends 60 days on the skins, so the juice is in contact with the Sauvignon Blanc grape skins for 60 days to pick up all the phenolic attributes, aroma, texture, a little tannin, and a little color as well, which they refer to calling it orange wine. Amber wine is another way to say it. So
okay, so in a normal Sauvignon Blanc, they take the skin off before they ferment it.
Yeah.
So this is skin on, so it changes the color and the flavor, right? But it has nothing to do with actual citrus, guys. But what should we expect when we taste it?
citrus, a little citrus.
Perfect.
So it is orange wine.
This one's
You
got
won't be disappointed.
yeah, a little dried apricot, little floral kick going on, little minerality on the finish. But it is citrus expressive. Some people, for the first one, it's a little funky. It's got sometimes a little like cidery kind of quality to
I'm
it.
gonna need you to leave that bottle.
It's
really good, you guys.
It is really good. You can see by the haziness, it's unfined, unfiltered, so it's in its raw, natural state. 60 days of fermentation, and then they bottle it up, just not young, fresh, vibrant, very expressive.
Is it barrel aged too?
This one spends time in Sauvignon Blanc, but just a handful of months.
Okay.
So yeah, sometimes they will barrel age them, and I should get in there instead of talking so much.
Yes, you enjoy it. I would describe it as it's got a little bit of sweet. I can definitely taste the minerality, and it's got a little, what do you call that? Like where you can feel it. in your
The
mouth.
acidity.
Yeah.
It picks up like a little tannin, so a little bit of that kind of structure, texture, dryness on the palate. But overall, that acidity is like the most expressive part. So,
Yeah.
really fun.
What would you suggest to pair with something like this?
Korean barbecue, ramen,
I like that. Yeah.
soft rind cheeses.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah,
It is
list
lunchtime.
goes on.
All right,
Yeah.
let's just take this bottle and go to lunch.
It is really delicious. So there is like a big range of style of orange wine, all the way from dry, all the way to some that have like a good amount of sweetness to them. So it's just always good to ask. I always have 4 or 5 orange options in the shop by the bottle, and always one by the glass.
And they can be bitter too. Like this one's not bitter at all.
Yeah, they can be bitter. They can be even more funky and weird, and they can be all the way up to like clean, star bright, more of a classic packaging. But yeah, really, really fun. I love them. And this one is called Noas Patuco, so it's a little collab wine from Chile, and it's called No Es Pituco, which means it ain't fancy.
It looks fancy though.
I
know the bottle on that.
It is
It's
so
got
cute.
the little wax seal and everything.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
love it. So
well,
good.
we could dote on that all day, but on to the next thing. Yes,
We
people
must
at home
finish our
are
wine
not
here, too.
actually
Yes, let's
drinking
finish
it, so excuse us while we. Yeah,
Oh, we got our orange juice for the day here to
Excuse my
start.
reach.
I know. So good vitamin C.
Yeah.
Yeah, always a good way to start. So this next wine is going to be from Tuscany, Italy. From Maremma, Tuscany, Italy. It is, if I can get this little top off, 100% Vermentino. It is going to be also organic, biodynamically farmed.
Don't leave that.
Okay.
Apparently does not want to go back in there.
It wants to be free.
Yeah.
Okay. It's free and unfiltered.
Yeah. You got to shove it.
Is that the technical term?
Yeah, exactly. You got to get it in there. So this one is a direct press white wine. So just the more traditional. We're back to more of the familiar status here. So 100% Vermentino. Direct press, native fermented, so there's no synthetic yeasts involved. It's just the natural yeast that come in on the grapes, like all three of these wines today, to get that primary fermentation going. It is going to spend a handful of months in barrel, and that is going to be spent on the lees. So it gets about 6 months on the lees.
You want to explain what lees mean?
Yes, lees. So lees, L-E-E-S. Lees is essentially dead yeast protein and like settled particulates from the wine while it ferments and kind of settles out in the vessel. And that rests on the bottom of the wine. And if you decide as a winemaker to leave your wine on the lees, it's going to pick up a lot of texture, body, richness to the
silky
palate.
smooth.
Yes, so it creates a lot of like round, full palate experience, rich in body and texture.
Still a lot of acid.
A lot of
there.
Chardonnays. They do that with a lot of Chardonnays, a handful of other white wine grapes that are particularly always aged on the lees. And then with this one, they also stir the barrels every day for about 4 of those 6 months
Oh,
to
interesting.
pick up all the lees
Yeah.
and get it incorporated.
And then do they filter it at the end?
This one, no. All 3 of these wines are all traditionally not traditionally, but traditionally how you think about it. These are just going to be cold settled. So it's going to use gravity and cold temperatures to settle out particulates instead of using a fining agent, which is essentially just a different chemical or clay substance, or a machine filtration. So all 3 of these wines become either clear, hazy, or clear again, just with a more natural technique. So.
Just so everybody knows, she is a winemaker too. So that's why she's so in depth in the wines.
Has some expert insight. Yeah.
So love
That's
it.
really
It's
delicious.
Delicious as well. Yeah. This
Yeah.
one always reminds me of the ocean. It sits right there in Tuscany, right out, and gets all that sea breeze. But just really expressive citrus once again. But here you get like a little of that bitter almond on the end of the palate, a little salty minerality tension on the palate as well. But very aromatic, very pretty, fun wine. Maybe too obvious, but seafood, oysters.
That's okay. It's
Vermentino's
okay
a
to
great
just be
oyster wine.
straightforward
Yeah.
sometimes.
But it's also great just afternoon
This would
sipper.
be so good with like a clam pasta or something.
Absolutely
Or just
fresh
a patio
pasta.
pounder.
Yes, and once
Does
again.
that mean you just drink it by itself until the bottle's gone?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a technical term.
We know what Jake's doing later today.
I love it. Oh, it's so good.
That's really nice.
Also really nice. So yeah, one of my favorite Vermentinos really ever. I mean, I bounce around.
So is Vermentino its own type of grape?
Yes, Vermentino is the grape. Yeah,
Like a Chardonnay grape or... Okay.
exactly.
Got
Yeah.
it.
I can say it's basically like if you like Pinot Grigio and Sauvignon Blanc, you put them together. That's basically
Yeah.
what Vermentino would be.
Yeah. It's got like a little, a little of that minerality that kind of ties it up in a bow, but you do get, that really nice citrus expression.
So people can come and drink by the glass
Yes.
at your spot too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You
so
can do by the glass, bottle,
Okay.
or case.
You want to tell them where it is here too, so everybody
Yes,
knows?
it's my shop sits right on Ocean Drive across from Costa de Este.
Fancy.
It is it is just a little tiny shop, so you can almost miss it if you're looking the wrong direction. But yeah, it's super fun. You can do by the glass, come on in, and then shop for a bottle to take with you. Very casual. Yeah.
Oh, and you'll find something unique every time you go
Yeah.
there. Just like the orange wine, the Vermentino. I mean, she's always got something nice and cool.
Yep.
Sit
The
down and
selection.
try.
Thank you. The
you can
selection
keep it super
changes.
comfortable, or really kind of try something new.
Yes.
And
Yeah. So the
Okay.
selection changes. Of course, I have my favorites. I think all three of these
Not
I've had in the shop
partial
a
at
while,
all.
but I do change the selection quite often, especially by the glass every day. It's a rotating selection. So you really come in, tell me what you like to drink, and then I'll just kind of pair a wine with what you said. So that's kind of how my glasses roll. So you're always kind of
Perfect.
forced to try something new.
Live on the edge. I love
Yes.
it.
I like the challenge.
Yeah.
Try something new every time.
Well, it's so hard to just, pick a wine off the shelf unless you've had dozens and dozens of wines,
True.
So if you're just not at that stage in your journey, let a professional help you along the way.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's like, I think my favorite part of my job, and having this business is getting to meet the community, a lot of great people doing incredible things of their own. But wine is something that in my 20 years in the biz it's just all about people and bringing people together. So that's my favorite part, and then watching people learn and experience new things. And then I learn stuff all the time too, so it's
Dan, you
great.
should tell them a couple of the wineries that you've worked for, because it is really neat, and it's something I don't think most people know either.
Yes,
And if
'cause
you know
I'm-
wine, it's pretty impressive.
most of the time maybe a little shy about talking about myself, but out in California I worked for 5 vintages at Costa Brown, which is a
Big deal.
big deal.
If you
I
don't know
guess.
Costa Brown, big deal.
If you ever heard of Costa Brown, I mean that's totally fine, but look it up. Pinot
like
Noir,
Pinot.
Pinot Noir and Chardonnay house out of Sebastopol, California, so a little bit closer to West Coast, Sonoma County. But gorgeous. And then I went over the hill to Napa, and I worked at Realm Cellars for 2 years, and that's a big Napa Bordeaux style producer in the Stag's Leap district. And then I started my own wine label up in Oregon with a business partner.
Cool.
And we made our own wine for a couple years, bought the grapes, made all the wine, sold
my
it,
goodness.
and then sold, it's pretty much all gone, and now I have a wine shop to sell other people's wine, so.
You had some of your wines in there
I'm
at
a
one
lucky
point in time.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are worse businesses to be in.
Well, we
I
said
think.
you've settled down now. Now you're,
She's
Yeah.
living a
simple business
comfortable
owner.
life.
My
yes.
midlife, my midlife.
Oh, here, thank
No,
you.
you're totally fine. I can pour it many lengths.
While you're doing
spill.
that, Jake, do you want to explain? I offered
Oop.
my very unfancy, cheap TJ Maxx wine glasses, and Jake said, "No, I will bring my own." And he brought them in.
Pinky out. Yeah.
He brought them in a very fancy carrying case and everything. So I would like you to explain to the lay folk what glasses we're using and why they are working for this.
So I used to know a lot more about this back in my old career here, but these are called Riedel. Riedel is one of the oldest glassware makers in the world. They're one of the only glass companies that survived World War II. But what's unique about Riedel is they make glassware specific to varietal, so specific to grape. This glass doesn't have a specific varietal that it really goes to, so they call it wine friendly. But this is really for anything that is kind of middle of the road. Now, if you have like Riesling, Rosé, or anything like that, it's probably not going to taste the best. But if you have any type of big red, any type of larger white, and the orange wine actually tasted really good in there.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
Something that needs to breathe a little bit more, right?
Correct, yeah, and you can fit, and I've tried it, you can fit a bottle and a half in this glass too. So that's the other thing. I don't know if you can tell
But
how
can
big
you
these are.
lift it if you do
Well, it takes
that?
2 hands.
Okay. Double fisting, out of control.
And what's neat about these two is they have this little marker in them.
I saw that.
It's a little diamond. I don't know, actually, maybe mine doesn't have. I think
Mine
yours
has
does.
it.
I was seeing it
one of
when I was
them.
drinking, yeah.
So instead of pouring a whole
Disappeared.
bottle and a quarter in here, if you hit that bottom part of that diamond, that will be a 5-ounce glass of wine.
Okay, which is kind of the industry standard.
Industry standard.
Yeah.
You get 6 ounces a glass at my
here.
shop.
Well, ounce extra,
I don't know if people
extra
can
credit.
see that, but yeah, that's my.
It's probably it's really hard to see because it's faint in there, but
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I
Subtle.
see it. Very
Subtle.
Very
There you
subtle.
go, yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, very helpful. They're beautiful glasses. Glassware is incredibly important. Yeah, very, very important. At my shop, I kind of go a little bit more of an eclectic route. Every single glass is different, which is
Stoltz
kind of
over there?
fun. I do have Stoltz. I have Gabriel glass. I got a couple Riedels lying around. It just, I matched the glass with the person. And it's just like a never-ending loop of breaking them and then buying more. And so.
they
I
are
love
very
that.
breakable. I
Yeah.
will say.
But it is
They're
fun.
all hand washed.
Be careful.
Yeah, you
yes.
have to be very careful. They're all hand washed, of
Well,
course.
cheers. All right,
Yeah,
tell us
cheers.
about this one.
Cheers. We're ending with a beautiful red. One of my favorites, I love Italian wine. I do have a lot of Italian wine in the shop, but one of my favorite Italian wine regions is within Sicily. So it's the Mount Etna wine region. So this one is going to be just a great little Sicilian kind of blend or appellation of Nerello Mascalese. So this is the grape
Say
here.
that twice.
Nerello Mascalese, super fun, rolls off the tongue.
So wait, where exactly is it from?
Sicily, so the island that sits off of
Yeah.
southwest Italy with Mount Etna, the volcano. She's a big beauty of a volcano, but also offers a really incredible, unique soil type for wine grapes. So it's all, this is all grown on volcanic sand. Really expressive, brings out a really nice acidity to the palate. Gorgeous, juicy, little earthy, soft, silky, tannic structure. This is a light summer red. You could chill it, but it's also great on its own. 55
I
degrees
like it
would be
room
perfect.
temperature, actually.
Yeah, it is really nice. It's more pleasing, but if you are looking for a summer refresher, I do have a lot of chilled wines in the shop, and this is one that can be versatile and go both ways. But really fun. So volcanic driven red wine, which is
It just
quite
feels
popular right now.
healthier because it's from a volcano.
That's
you know?
right. It's all about the nutrients and the minerals.
Getting the
right?
minerals in
Yes,
for the day.
yes, absolutely.
Well, what would you compare if you're just a regular wine drinker and you drink Cab, Pinot,
Yeah.
Merlot? What would you compare this to so
This-
that the public knows?
Yeah, absolutely. This would be the closest to a Pinot Noir, I would say. Like, kind of like if you enjoy Gamay from time to time, that's another one I could put in like the same little quadrant of wines. But yeah, Nerello Mascalese, all the Sicilian red grapes, not all of them, but Nerello Mascalese, Frappato, those are other ones, and they have a really nice drinkability to them, like a Pinot Noir. So.
Yeah. Which I do love a Pinot Noir, so this is right on my alley. I don't know how you felt the vibrations of my palate from afar, but
She read your mind.
She did. All of these, it's like the wine guy on TikTok. She knows.
I love that. I know.
No, they all had a lot of well-rounded flavors, and there was no, sometimes you go to a restaurant, you ask for something, and the pervading flavor is the alcohol, and there's none of that here. You're just tasting the flavors of the grapes, and I feel like I should be a little careful because it goes down a little too easy almost, So, but would you attribute that to the fact that they're a little bit more naturally made and processed, or what causes that?
I would say so. I mean, there is an energy as long as you're picking out the right natural wines. There's quite like a character and energy to them that's like very, like it's all about vibrations, right? So like they settle well with you. You're not being there's nothing else in them other than the little baby amounts of sulfur that they're needed to come across to the States, and or little minimal amounts. But otherwise, it's just grapes, and that is a huge issue with a lot of people with wines, and they're not settling right. They take a couple sips and they immediately have a headache or not feeling great. So it's just paying attention to what's in your wine. So I would say that. These are all 3 really good wines.
She's like, I'm just really good right now.
They're not overly expensive.
They're not.
either.
No,
Yeah.
these are all sub
yeah.
40. So yeah, the first one's 28. Then we have the Luminoso, the white, for 36, and then 24. So I like to have a lot of great options. I have a whole 30 and under wall per bottle in the shop, and then I have a whole other side of the shop where it goes up from there. But I like to have fun, affordable wines that you can kind of explore and yeah.
Something for everyone.
I'm glad you like them all. They're all three faves.
No,
so.
this is quite a treat. Any specific pairing suggestions for this one, or just anything you like a red with?
Yes, I mean this is classic like pizza wine for me.
Red wine.
To be so typical. But
Now, what type of pizza though?
Okay, well
now we're getting into it.
it.
I got mine in my mind. What do you
You would
think?
do-
Is it
So-
margarita?
It is
You are
margarita.
such a margarita guy. I knew
Margarita
it.
pizza,
only
yeah,
'cause of the wine.
absolutely. I would agree. I mean, very simple. I don't want to like muck it up with any like meat or anything too rich. Then we'd need a richer wine. But honestly, yeah, pizza would be great. You could do like burrata, or like tomato burrata caprese. Yeah, charcuterie and cheese, of course, always.
So no DiGiorno.
No DiGiorno, not tonight. I love that.
No, I do think anything like with basil in the Italian family would balance this super
Yes.
well. So just even a
100%.
nice like tomato gravy type of deal.
Absolutely.
On some pasta and this on the side, like
Yes.
could easily go through a bottle.
It is a great pasta wine too. We've
It
done
is,
it
yeah.
with pasta many times before,
Yeah, like
especially
pasta
just a simple
fresco, yeah, just like
carbonara
yeah,
goes really well with
exactly,
this too.
carbonara.
Ooh, don't say
yeah.
that too loudly. My husband will hear you and come running.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Any great
Well, now you know
Italian
you have to
fare.
go get them.
I do. Yeah,
to
no. I love all of these.
I'm so glad.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot of fun to
much.
share them.
This
That's
is
like
a
my favorite
treat.
part of the job. So
Well, it makes sense. I don't know what it is about a good beverage just brings people together, right? But that's kind of part of the whole theme of the podcast, right? Coffee, cocktails, capitalism, right? You can get together and talk about, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, family, business, whatever, right? Everybody's just a little bit more chill over a good drink. So,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a good.
All right. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, everyone. Stick around. Jake and I are going to sit down and talk about all things mortgages, commercial lending, the highs and lows of the developing market here on the Treasure Coast, and all the good things. So thank you so much for being here, Dana.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you both so
I'm
much.
gonna come visit you,
It's so
neighbor.
much fun. Please come by.
I need you to start a little list for me of all the things.
Noted.
Anyway.
Noted.
She'll be over for lunch.
Yeah,
Thank you.
perfect.
With margarita pizza. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Stay tuned for the next part of the episode with Jake, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.